Hello.
Look at, can you guys see this? Do you see this cat rolling around? I made the mistake of giving him catnip before we started, and now he's just acting a fool back there. Like, the curtain. Happy Friday. It's my birthday episode. It's not my birthday. My birthday's
4 days.
Yeah, my birthday's Tuesday, which we do have a video going up on Tuesday, so make sure that you keep an eye out for that. But we usually do something fun for my birthday episode. I thought that this would be a really cool opportunity to design some products live, some fake products. They're not actually being sold anywhere. But what I wanted to basically show you guys was how you can use Canva to create trending products. I'm going to show you how I'm going to actually do trend research. I made it a point to not look at any trends before I jumped into this because I wanted it to be purely organic. And then I'm going to create some different design ideas in Canva. And then assuming that, you know, our hypothetical shop is a print-on-demand shop, we can use them that way. But obviously, this could apply to so many different things. Even if you don't do digital products or print on demand or, you know, digital design work, you could still utilize the trend research to come up with your own ideas. And then after that, we are here to answer questions that you might have. Couple quick disclaimers before we get started. I've been a little bit sick, so I might sound a little winded. Other little tidbits though, before we get started, some exciting news. On March 9th, I've got a webinar over on Printify's YouTube. Yeah, Printify's YouTube channel. I actually just met with them yesterday and they are super excited because this will be my second webinar with them. And it's going to be Brand Planet. For those of you who have seen Brand Planet, feel free to come hang out. If you need help with your branding though, and you haven't watched this webinar, it's good. It's probably my favorite webinar to present. I have not presented it in over a year, so I'm really excited to bust it out. And it is really, really great if you don't understand what it means to be a brand, because a lot of people assume that a brand means having a logo and, you know, a banner up in your Etsy shop, but that is not being a brand. That is having...
That ain't it.
No, it's those are elements that contribute to your brand, but what your brand is shines through everything that you do. So it's really, really important to establish your brand, especially since if you look at the top selling shops on Etsy that aren't like supply shops and things, you know, the actual shops that are creating products, most of them are doing as well as they are because they have a very established brand. So if you're interested in checking that out, it is going to be hosted on YouTube. You don't have to register for it. But the link, if you want to set up your YouTube notifications for it, it's actually linked down below in the video description. Just look for the green circle emojis and then you can click on that and set it to notify you. I'll also send you emails if you're on my email list. There's also a bunch of freebies down there. If it's your first time live and you don't know who I am, I'm Starla. This is Marc, and we've got cool stuff down there.
We're YouTubers.
We've got the Etsy SEOodles toolbox. That's free. If you don't know how to do Etsy SEO, if you don't know what Etsy SEO is, or if you don't know how Etsy's algorithm actually works,
or if you don't know what Etsy is,
I don't think the toolbox explains what Etsy
Anybody
is.
Here not know what Etsy is?
Yeah. Why are you here?
Just vibing?
You're just vibing.
Welcome.
So that's down below. There's a bunch of other freebies, 2023 marketing calendars. If you need help with, you know, when to launch new products, when to host sales, holidays to be aware of, those are down there. My 30-day Instagram challenge kit is really great if you want to get a jump start on your social media marketing, but you don't know where to start and you need an actual game plan to follow. That's down there. There's a bunch of stuff. So just expand out the description and take a peek because it's all free. And yeah, some of it is really, really cool stuff that I probably could have charged money for, but I love you guys and, you know, we like making stuff for you. So I am ready if you guys are. We will be answering questions afterwards. So if you have like a fleeting question about something that I am doing in the moment, feel free to ask. But if you have questions that are unrelated to what I am actually doing, I just ask that you save those.
Wait till the end.
Yeah, because we will miss them. But you can go ahead and get everything.
Yeah. Jackie Lynn said she likes my shirt. Just to be clear, it also says kind of hunky on the bottom of it.
But it's just kind of chunky.
Yeah, we realized during or when we're doing our pre-prep here that it just all you can see is kind of chunky, which also is true. But it's both. Kind of chunky, kind of hunky. Also, hope you in the American Northwest are staying warm with your like record lows. I hope you in the American Southeast are having fun swimming with your record highs. Weather's weird, yo. So
And
let's move.
for those of you near East Palestine, Ohio, which we're about 4 hours from,
how's your third leg?
yeah, don't drink the water, and don't walk in the rain.
Nah, they're saying that the water's fine. We can't say not drink the water. That's conspiracy.
How about this? I personally wouldn't.
I would. I also wouldn't drink the water, but they're saying it's fine.
They're saying it's fine. It should be
I
fine.
don't know who they is, but
Should be fine. However,
dang it.
I'm just saying I wouldn't drink the water. All right. Well,
I'm getting it set up.
No, you're fine.
Well, hold on.
While he's getting set up, what we're going to start with today is ERank.com. Obviously, you guys know already that I'm a manager at ERank. He's a manager at ERank, but we don't get paid to recommend it. We always have to toss out that disclaimer because we always have people who are like, good product placement. Well, yeah, it's of course we use this tool.
If I didn't like it, I wouldn't
work for the company, right?
Yeah.
We've used this tool far longer than we've worked for ERank. However, ERank is a phenomenal tool. It does so much more than just keyword optimization. And it's, I believe, the only Etsy SEO tool that has a free membership if you're interested in checking that out. Also, if you want a free 30-day trial of any of the paid plans, like if you just want to bust butt on your Etsy SEO, or look at some of the trends, because you can only see, I think, the top 5 trends with the free membership. You can sign up for my Etsy SEOodles toolbox down below, and that actually includes a free 30-day trial of any of the paid plans. And if you don't want to end up paying afterwards, you can just cancel it. But feel free to check that out. It's not something that can be credited to a current account if you've already got a paid account. That's not what it's for. But if you've never used it before, it is definitely useful for you to get in there and start clicking around and, kind of develop an understanding for your keyword research. And the Etsy SEOodles toolbox also includes a complete guide to doing your keyword research and how to do your Etsy tags and titles. So
I'm just making sure, because I've been doing a lot of searching, that there's nothing.
You getting everything.
Getting it all sanitized here. All right, we are good.
Okay.
We're trying Everbee now with ERank.
All right. Are we good?
Are we?
Yeah, I'm good.
Go to the first page that you need, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
So
there we are. We're here.
Right when you log into ERank, you'll land on the tasks page, which is something that I asked Anthony to implement because I know that it can be hard when you land on your dashboard and you don't know what you should be looking at. Oh, of course, there's going to be a pop-up. If for any reason you get this page and you don't want it to show up anymore because you're just an ERank master and you already know what to do, there is a button where you can dismiss this page. But what we are mainly going to be focusing on today are trends. And there are a couple really great places on ERank to find different trends. We've got the Trend Buzz report, the monthly trend report, and the hot button. The hot button is one that I think a lot of people miss because it's way over here. But anywhere that you see this little flame emoji, that means that this keyword was especially hot yesterday. So basically there is an increased interest in searches for this type of product right now.
Yeah, there is.
So let's pop it open. We can see, let's see, are we in hot? There we go. So we can see a couple. It's kind of weird that Valentine's Day gifts for her. Maybe it's because it hasn't changed. But there are a couple different terms in here that are pretty interesting. This isn't my favorite tool for trend research, but I do like to go in and see how search volumes for some of these things have changed. Whoop.
Whoa, stop moving for a second.
There we go.
There we go.
Way too big. So what we're going to start with, though, is the Trend Buzz and the monthly trends. So we'll pop open the Trend Buzz. I feel like the hot button was just giving us the Trend Buzz. I don't feel like it was giving us the hot report.
Could be goofed right now.
I think it is. I think that it wasn't giving us hot. Hot?
Hot.
No, it's just giving us the Trend Buzz.
I will let Anthony know.
Yeah. I think that there's something wrong with that button. That's what I thought. Okay, so what we can do with our Trend Buzz report is we can filter through and see what has been the most popular. Oh, we can set it to yesterday. There we go. There we go. I got it.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
What was wrong with it?
It just needed to be set to yesterday, and it was set to the past 30 days, I believe. So this makes a lot more sense. Trending yesterday, St. Patrick's Day heart SVG files for Cricut, minimalist wall decor, digital art, handmade gift, wall art. So lots of wall art. We were going to design t-shirts today, but maybe we should like consider some wall art ideas for our imaginary shop. Hoodies and sweaters. Okay. Maybe we could make some products related to hoodies and sweaters. Let's see, St. Patrick's Day SVG. So we could probably do some St. Patrick's Day products. That
Adult
might be
temporary tattoos.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's weird.
Ooh, I bet you could design those in Canva if you knew how to print them.
Yeah, gang sheet.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
I'm confused.
Pandan plant. I'm assuming a lot of these are things that are like TikTok trending. People are like, ooh, I like that plant. I want to grow one.
Magic Wizard SVG. Very interesting.
With Hogwarts Legacy coming out,
okay.
probably people selling
Got it.
stuff.
Dutch Hounds. Interesting. I'm going to star this. I've got my keyword list open down here. We can probably... Oh, this is where I was experimenting a couple days ago. There we go. We'll go ahead and add that into our list.
TXT.
Easter TXT.
Typhlosion. That's a Pokemon.
Grandmas? Like things that belong to grandmas or grandmas in general?
Yo, where my hot grandma gang at?
Hot grandmas. Let's see. My mom's a hot grandma. Coin purse, wax melt. Let's see.
Digimon.
Digimon, Mustang accessories, words that will definitely get you in trouble.
Military liner coat. Yeah, those are starting to get popular. NAA 22 mag holster. That's he's a little weird this month.
How about
tarot cards?
Tarot cards. That might be something that we could make an interesting product.
Amber said lies. I haven't sold a single dachshund. Well, maybe they're not looking for cards, Amber.
Chopsticks.
Maybe they're looking for stuffed dachshunds.
Chopsticks. That might be interesting. Maybe we can make some like ramen themed products. I had some fun making ramen themed designs for the Etsy Essie Oodles toolbox. So that was yesterday. Let's do the past 30 days and give it one more sweep.
Gilligan said, didn't you say about grandma, say something about grandma core trending soon? Yeah,
grandma
that's true.
core.
That's true.
Mid-century modern has been trending. Let's see. I'm specifically looking for things.
TXT is a K-pop band.
Got it. I'm specifically looking for things that I could apply to some like print on demand products. We'll do coffee. D&D dice. We can't use D&D, but we can do D20s. That might be fun.
Starla's the noodle queen.
Neon sign. I am the noodle queen. Oh,
spicy granny core. That's a whole different kind of thing, and we can't talk about that. Okay.
Let's see. Anime. We can't do any specific characters, but we could probably find some, some generic ideas.
Can you do it without racially profiling, though? That might be hard.
I'm sure that we could find some cute little anime designs.
Yeah, you're probably right. Thing is, we don't know anime characters, and sometimes Canva has copyright things that pop up, so we'll have to be careful. I mean, not like we're selling
right. If we do it,
if anything copyright pops up in our Canva adventure today, don't judge us. We're not actually selling it. So.
No. All right. So we've got some great ideas here. I think I've saved 9 trends. We've got chopsticks, tarot cards, coffee, D&D, neon signs. This is like a whole vibe. I feel like this is stuff that we're interested in. I'm going to go through one more trend report. I'm going to go into the monthly trends. And I really love this report because this shows you how popular these different trends have been over the past 15 months, which I really, really like because you can see, for example, minimalist has maintained pretty well, whereas t-shirt apparently has gotten very popular. So maybe at one point people didn't think of Etsy as a place to buy t-shirts, but it looks like now more people are starting to search for t-shirts on Etsy. Digital planners, that's another one that's really spiked up. January, obviously, beginning of the year, people are going to be buying digital planners, but it looks like July, people start thinking about digital planners as well. Painting, whether that be like kits to paint things, you know, themselves, maybe like paint by numbers, or maybe they want supplies for painting, or they just want paintings. Unfortunately, there's no way to know, but it's interesting to look at.
How do you know if you'll end up with a trademark thing on Canva? To be honest, unless you're in something that's like super, super niche, like we were talking about anime, like the chances of that happening are so marginally low that I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, you can type in like Harry Potter into Canva and a couple designs will pop up. But Canva's actually been removing that stuff.
If you're actively searching for something copyright, you'll find something, but I kind of doubt you'll get anything by accident.
Yeah, they've been removing a lot of things.
Canva will tell you when you download it.
Oh, great, great.
Okay.
Knitwear. This might be cool to do a texture for a print in like a knit texture, because textures are really popular.
July is probably because of school.
Oh, possibly. Yeah, maybe. Look at that. Wall decor has the
Wall
hot.
decor. It's because people are going to start opening up their houses outside of the holidays here in the next month, especially with climate change screwing the weather up and making everything hot.
Weddings. So we can expect weddings to spike again in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Usually when you see a trend like this where it spiked in July, that's a good indicator that it's going to happen again this upcoming July, which means that you want to list ahead of the season.
Yeah, here's the thing. Most people get married in like August, September, October, which means that they're buying their stuff in July.
Exactly.
July is the wedding month.
Dogs. Looks like dogs dropped and then spiked back up.
I saw Canva graphics from Vexels. Nitson said.
Oh. Vexels?
Yeah, there were Canva graphics from Vexels.
I don't know what Vexels or Pexels?
Vexels.
Oh. I'm not sure. Yoga. That might be interesting. Cat. We got cats and dogs. All right. So I've got a pretty decent, you know, number here. And obviously I'm not going to, Y2K. I'm not going to go through and grab all of the terms that I would like to make because we are on a time crunch today and I want to be able to answer some questions.
Was already far too many, I think.
15. But what I would like to do is try to combine some of the things that we have found in our trends. So I'm going to go in and view my keyword list. This is all of the keywords that I just saved into my keyword list, and we can see their average searches, average clicks, their click-through rate, how much competition that we can expect for some of these terms, which chopsticks, actually, check that out. That is a sweet spot. Everybody write this down, There's a sweet spot in chopsticks. But what we really want to do, rather than, like, for example, okay, this is going to be impossible to compete with, right? You're not just going to be able to list a product and your main keyword be cat and be able to rank for it and successfully sell it. That is going to be very hard. However, we can take some of these trending products and combine them with other trending keywords to create stackable trends. So while we might not rank for cat, what if we ranked for cat neon sign or Y2K cat? You see what I'm saying? We can take some of these designs and kind of stack them into their own unique, cool themes. Cat grandmas. There's so many ideas here. Now, try to make them make sense. I don't think that very many people are searching for, you know, I don't know, cat. Well, maybe cat chopsticks, maybe cat coffee. I think that there's a lot of ideas here that you could kind of combine. So let's go ahead and start creating some designs based on what we have here in our list. Now, I want to show you a couple things before we get started. I actually already started making some designs today, and I just want to give you a brief tour of those designs because they're probably going to be far better than the designs that I create live just because there's the pressure of being live. So I've got this one, which I love, this little melty guy and the weird wiggly coffee font. I think that this would make a funny shirt. I've got small dinosaur presents you with the skull of his enemy. Also adorable. This one I made.
I absolutely love this.
I made this one.
I want this on a shirt.
I'll make you this shirt.
I do.
Rad vibes. And
I think this little crease down here at the bottom of the coffee cup, you could turn into a butt, and I'd be really happy with it, though.
I'll turn it into a little butt for you.
Make it a little pooping butt.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's coffee. See what I'm saying? I really like this one, too.
This one's
Squee.
Hi,
Pam.
I did coffee and beans, which this cat paw did not have an outline when I designed it. I don't know why it suddenly has an outline. I got this one. Cool. This little guy.
Nope.
Nope. And then I saved these two because I thought that they were cute. Now, these are a couple that I came up with this morning. I just kind of tossed them together. But I wanted to give you guys a real life example of something that we have created and sold. And there is a funny story to go along with it. But it all ties back to a really cool purpose behind this story, okay? So Marc's band, they play, how would you describe your music? Like,
I mean...
Bullet for My Valentine.
If Bullet for My Valentine, Breaking Benjamin, and Mudvayne got together and had a baby.
Yeah, okay. So, you know.
It's somewhere in the middle, rock metal.
Gnarly.
Nar.
So he has, you know, he's in a gnarly band. And I was thinking about some of the lyrics of some of their songs. And I was trying to think of some cool merch that I could make for their band last year. And I was coming up with all these cool designs, and they had skulls and bats. And I did this one based on one of their songs. And, you know, it's called Filthy. And, you know, the band was like, yeah, that's cool. In fact, I think that they didn't like this one. I just printed one for myself.
I liked it, and ended up being the design we picked out of like 15 that you made.
No, we didn't print this one. Only you and I got this shirt.
No, we have them out in the thing.
No,
really?
Nope. But they didn't like any of those. So I got so frustrated with his band trying to come up with shirts for these guys that I said, screw it. You know what? I'm going to make the most metal shirt that I can. And I made this.
And of the shirts that we printed, we sold like all of the normal sizes of this.
We sold $2,000 worth of stock on this specific shirt with a
one show
for a metal show. The moral to this story is that sometimes it's the weird thing that does really well, because the weird thing is so different from what you would expect that it tends to be the thing that takes off.
Yeah.
And it was so interesting. I mean, if you know if you guys, you know, have any metalhead friends, you know that this is not weird for a metalhead. Metalheads love coffee and cats and rainbows goobers, and unicorns, and
metalheads are usually the nicest people you meet.
But it's interesting to think about when it comes to your target audience, which our target audience in this case was tattooed metalheads. What is it that they're going to buy? And we didn't even sell the black ones. We only sold the baby blue.
The black ones didn't really.
No, the black was for me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You made one specific for you. We did the baby blue shirts.
And we sold so many of them. So when you're designing things, don't be afraid to create the weird product and see how it goes. Whether that be the weird one-off jewelry item that, you know, you want to experiment with. You never know what you're going to discover.
If it sounds like something you want to do, don't be afraid to express an idea that might not sound great right off the bat.
Yeah.
That's kind of the moral.
Exactly.
Express yourself.
So, let's go ahead and
all right.
Let's look at some of these trending terms. I want to do...
Let's do dogs. Let's put Amber out of business.
Put Amber out of business. What theme do you want?
I don't think we can do better than her.
What theme do you want to do?
Oh, let's shoot for anime first. Let's just shoot for a difficult one.
Okay.
Anime will be hard to do, I think. I want to see what you can do with it.
Okay.
Let's just start off. Just type.
Nope. No. You can see where I was searching. Nope. Cool. Squee.
Scott said, he said he had that shirt. It's my main thirst trap.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. So we're just going to type anime. We're just going to start super basic.
Okay. Let's see what we've got.
Did you go back to all?
What?
Go back to all?
All? All right. Anime. I love anime. It's great. Perfect.
I'm so confused. Okay.
All right. Now, what we want to filter by is static images. Okay. There we go. All right. So let's take... I've already got an idea.
Okay. You run with it.
I've already got an idea.
You're going to put it on that girl's feet.
I am not going to do that.
Feet. It's what's for breakfast. I thought we were going to weeb it out, but apparently not.
All right. I've already got an idea. And it's based on something else, and I don't want to lose the idea. So I'm going to put these here for now, just so I don't forget about my idea. and we're going to keep looking around.
Cope noodles.
Hope noodle.
Cope noodles. See, this is one of those things that's riding a gray line, but it's probably okay.
Yeah, it looks a little too much like cup noodles. I wouldn't trust it. I really love these little cats.
Oh, they got the angry veins. There's really not a lot for anime, is there?
Let's see. I love all the expressive details.
What is that? Is that a hamster?
Where?
That's a hamster. God.
Oh, goodness. See, and we didn't, this isn't what we were looking for, but.
Give me that.
What you got? Oh, you got to flip those. No, flip them the other way. Up, no, flip.
Oh, that's right.
Horizontal. Yes. I wish that you could change the blue. What you're creating right now is a monstrosity. No.
No, I need it to, that's not going to fit.
No. That's beautiful, Mark.
No, hold on. You're going away from me right now. I've found inspiration and you're letting me have it, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's see here.
What are you
Can we
gonna...
get a uwu?
You got to search uwu.
Yeah, I know, but we searched anime, so there's like a 50% chance we're going to get it anyway.
Well, just
wait a minute.
What are you doing? It's already a hamster. It doesn't need extra ears. You're just ruining him.
Okay.
he's perfect how he is. There you go. Oh my God. Look how cute.
And then we could like...
You're bad at designing.
No, I'm not.
That's beautiful. That's nice.
What is this animal? It is a hamster. Crop the 2 ears and put them separate. Nah, it's all right.
He's done.
Look at all these graphic design is my passion, okay?
You know what?
Will there be a Q&A portion? There's always a Q&A portion at the end, yo.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Right now we're having some fun.
This is her birthday stream.
Yeah.
So we're doing what she wants to do, but what do the letters mean? Does it matter?
What letters?
I mean, it probably matters. That.
I don't think that there are letters.
I think that's a sound.
I was gonna say, I believe that they're just expressive, similar to, like, my brain just died. my brain just went out.
Hey, check that out. Look at that. No, stop. Stop clicking out of it. Click into it. There.
That's not even.
Yes, it is. Stop!
That's not even. Look.
Let go.
Look, it's even.
That's where I had it.
It shows you where it's even.
Yeah, the line popped up when I moved it. I'm gonna. She's doing it on purpose, y'all.
Can
duplicate them?
No, I want a whole like little neon sign of them. There we go. I want like a whole neon sign of these little kitties. In fact, I only want the one in yellow. I want the ones in the middle.
But these are all the same. You gotta like flip them around or something.
Like that?
Sure.
I want the ones on the edges to
be. That is so super uneven right now. You're making me want to die. Okay, there you go.
There. Okay. And then I'm going to do, let's do good. And we'll find us a cute font.
Is that even anime? I mean, it's something that anime fans would like, right?
Yeah, I'm just...
This is the point, like running with inspiration while you have it.
Don't restrict yourself.
And don't force yourself.
When your brain starts going on a path, this is how I design. You guys have asked me in the past, like, how do I design products? I will have an idea and I'll toss some items into a sheet, and then I will start designing one thing, but then I'll find another graphic that I like and I'll start designing that item. Everybody's going to have their different way, and this is just how mine is.
Stop. There was one that I liked.
Which one?
You clicked off of it and lost it. I don't know which one it was.
Well, you don't know what I'm doing, what my plan is. You gotta. All right, so I wanted
something I would like. I think it's cute. I think everybody thinks it's cute. If you don't think it's cute, then you're just an angry person.
Yeah, it
There you
is
go.
cute. And
Good.
then we'll go into effects and we'll give this one a neon sign effect.
If I was putting it on a shirt, I wouldn't give it the neon effect because it would look weird.
I like the neon. All right, and then we'll do vibes. Good vibes. Okay, there's my first design. And then I'm going to group these together so they don't end up getting messed up.
Heck yeah.
I like that. I like that. All right, for this one.
Yeah, run with your vibe there.
Yeah, I want cat walking because I don't want this cat. You got to type it.
Oh.
Walking. Wake up. Okay.
You said type it. You didn't say hit enter.
Oh my God. What is wrong with you? Ooh, I like this cat too.
That one looks familiar from a...
It's not Simon's cat.
No, it's not Simon's cat. Believe it or not, I know more cats than just Simon's cat.
It looks like Simon's cat.
But it looks like a like magazine, like one of those Facebook magazines. I don't remember.
I want like a
We're
cat.
We're not selling these, so it doesn't matter.
I want like a cat. Oh my goodness, I like this one.
That one also looks like Simon's cat. Spooky.
I'm finding lots that I want to use for later things.
I think having all of those on that shirt and then just having spooked in the middle of it.
Yeah, because it's so spooky.
Or spooked. You got to flip some of them around the other way. They're all facing the same direction.
I'm just putting them here so I don't lose them.
Gotcha.
Honestly, I'm going to get rid of this one. I think what I like is... I think I like having this one with its little wide eyes.
Someone took my Good Vibes design off. It's trademarked. Good Vibes.
Yeah, I think it is. Again, I'm not selling...
Switch it around. Go for like heckin' vibes.
Heckin' vibes. The vibes. Vibe.
Spell vibe with a V-Y-B-E. Good lord, I have vibe.
And then... All right, I want to go back to what I was doing up here. I wanted like this cat, because what I was thinking was like, you know, when you watch or when you listen to like a lo-fi mix.
Yeah,
I
see. I know what you're going for.
Yeah, I was thinking like this design with the cat walking like
on one of the roofs.
Yeah, like giant. It makes it too big. All right, my brain is going in the wrong direction on that one though, so I'm gonna. Let's try to do... Can you type in spooky?
Spooky.
I want to see if there are any words that say spooky.
Spooky.
Okay. That's a good start. And then I'm going to grab the black outline. And do I want the white? Or... I don't know.
I need the black cat's design on a pillow now, please.
You guys are free to steal all of my designs and use them for your own purposes. I just don't take responsibility if any of the designs are
copyright.
It's
not even remotely centered.
It's not supposed to be.
Okay.
I'm kind of doing it off center. And then
put a question mark, spooky question mark?
Spooky. And then maybe I'll move things around just a little bit.
Yeah, so it's a little less.
Does anybody have like a black cat?
That moment when you realize you pentagram shaped a bunch of cats.
Did I pentagram shape a bunch of cats? Yeah. That's super spooky. That makes it even spookier.
Heckin' spooked.
And then I'm gonna actually.
You also clicked into my streaming thing over here. You mind clicking back into the chat, please?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that I did that.
Yeah, thanks.
Can you type in doodle for me?
Doodle.
Yeah.
Somebody said put the double O's for their eyes. This.
Oh, that would be super cute. Hold on a minute. Let me...
Black.
Okay.
And one black cat and one black tuxedo cat.
I was going to try to get it lined up with this one.
I think you would need to crop out the O's and
Yeah.
put them on all the cats. That's too much.
Too much effort.
Somebody said put the cats on a pentagram. That might be too much detail once it's on a shirt.
All right.
See, I wasn't going for spooky. I was going for spooked.
Spooked.
Spooked. I don't think we're going to get text saying spooked.
I'm happy with this design, honestly. What? We can even see how would it look on like on different colors. Yeah.
Would look good on pretty much anything.
Could do it for Halloween. Super cute. I like it. I'm happy with it. I don't know how that keeps happening.
I can't make it smaller. So it's because you super click and then eventually you'll click over on the screen off the side. Mine's still the hamster, TBH.
All right. Let's see. What else did we have? We did cats and neon. And I did another cat design. We need to move away from the cats. I want to do, ooh, I've got an idea. Can you search for ramen?
Ramen.
Okay.
May his noodly appendage touch you.
Let's see. There is some chopsticks.
What about Cope noodles? I loved Cope noodles. Look, there's the asset that you used for your...
Yeah, for Etsy Etsy Oodles and all of the little neon ones. I was really proud of that.
Are you?
Yes. Let's do...
Just make sure you all don't use Pro Elements for digital products as it goes against Canva's commercial license terms for service, since the files could be isolated. Okay.
Okay. I have an entire video. I can't remember offhand, like all of the specifics, because
it's a lot.
I do 600 videos a year. No, it's not that many. I do 2 videos a week, but we have an entire video where we cover literally all of Canva's like licensing. It's an episode of the Friday Bean that we did last year. I just cannot remember offhand.
Some of it might have changed.
Right. So we're just tossing up examples right now. Okay, so
we have no intention to sell any of these for those of you who are just joining.
Yes, we are just tossing things together, showing you a couple ideas, you know, of
the inspirational process. We're having fun.
Right. Okay, so I would like to do
send nudes.
No, I was going to do choppy time.
Choppy. That's better than send nudes, I guess. Choppy time.
Choppy time. I want to do...
And then make the letters look like noodles. Yeah.
All right. And then let's color source.
Yeet. Choppy time. I think you need to outline that with a different color. Maybe outline it with the brown from the chopsticks. Maybe that actually might be okay. Yeah.
This one?
Sure.
All right, and then I will...
Yeah, color source the dark from the chopsticks. Yeah, there you go. Choppy time.
I actually like that.
Wait, this word was on the trends? Well, I don't know.
Chopsticks.
Chopsticks was?
Chopsticks was on the trends.
Choppy time.
Choppy time was
look how easy that was.
But send nudes is used on everything, like NOODS, send nudes.
Yeah, it's a popular one. So if you're doing that along with what's trending, it'll also work.
Choppy time, I just tossed that together because
choppy time.
I thought that it was funny. Let's do
tarot.
Sure.
Tarot? How do you pronounce that? I know there's somebody in the chat that'll tell me.
My mom always said tarot.
I always said tarot.
We always said tarot. All right, let's see. Lots of cool designs. There's all kinds of cool things. Ooh, I like the pastel. Those are cute. We could do like a pastel goth. Oh, these are so cute. Let's do some pastel witchy themes. Let's try to come up with some type of pastel witchy theme.
See, but if they said it's T-A-R capital O-T, but that would be tarot. Is the T silent, I think, is the question we're asking.
Yes, I do believe that is the question.
In Hebrew, it's just tarot.
Okay.
And Linda said, like Mark said, tarot. It probably depends on where you're coming from. Melty cheese moon, melty cheese moon, melty cheese moon.
Melty cheese moon.
You could try to make the card itself look three-dimensional with the moon on the card, since they're about the same shape.
I think it'll just look like.
Yeah, that'll just kind of look gross.
Yeah.
I say tarot, but don't go to me for pronunciations. Tarot rhymes with arrow. Got it.
All right.
This is probably one of those words that's lost to the times where nobody knows and everybody thinks they're right.
No one actually knows. So spooky again.
It's like, I totally lost it. My brain just went somewhere else.
We're just not here today.
We're just not here today.
All right, so I tossed this design together. What I want to do real quick, and this is just going to be, actually, I'm going to do it with a different one.
Sherbet was the word I was thinking of. Is it sherbet or sherbet?
Let's do boho. I wanted to show you guys another really cool idea. If you want to create something in trending colors, but you're not quite sure how to apply those different trending colors, let's just do like, let me find a couple random, like, kind of abstract-y. We'll pretend that we're doing, like, some wall art. How about that? Okay. So we'll grab this one and maybe, like,
I had some ideas.
Some of these. I'm just keeping it kind of simple. So
I know, but I had some ideas with this. If you would give me a moment. Stop making trash.
Trash. I'm making it pretty.
I'm also making it.
Oh, okay.
That leads me to believe that this is no longer center aligned.
No, sometimes Canva is just
a little goofy, I think. Close enough.
Oh, look at you. Look at you being all creative.
Can I thicken the lines?
No. Not on elements.
No. Okay, that's fine. And then there was one I saw.
Get that sun right there and then flip it upside down. No, up.
Which one?
Up. No, down. This one. And then
got it.
Flip it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, go away.
You've
had your turn, birthday girl.
It's my turn.
You get enough birthday presents later.
It's my turn. This one might get lost because the
nope, it won't.
Details are very tiny.
Blip, blip. Nah.
That's backwards. I actually kind of liked him coming off of it a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess it didn't match as well. Okay.
Maybe top half and then a little bit bigger.
Okay.
And then have it come off just the tiniest little bit on there.
Okay.
And then like, I like this, but like way smaller. And then we want to.
And then you need to flip it. Oh, that's the wrong flip.
And then we also need to rotate it just like a little bit, like a whole lot of it.
Yeah.
There we go. If we were doing this to sell it, I would probably be using an app to like align all these elements individually somewhere else. That's going to drive me nuts. Okay.
All right.
And then, but hold on now. We need something because it's too much on the bottom, I think. Okay, that looks good and aligned here. But I don't want the same kind of element on the top. So what I think we do here.
You got to shrink your whole design down.
Yeah, the whole design would have to be shrunk down, I think.
That's fine. Just highlight the whole design.
Ew, that's gross. Get rid of that. Okay, that's fine enough.
All right. So what I really wanted to show though, if I pop this into a side window, like, hey, If I grab this and pull it into a side window, is it going to show anything on your desktop that you don't want? Okay.
I don't know.
What I need is for it to be half screen, half screen. Do I have to do that by hand?
What you do is you drag it to the edge.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, I think we're good.
Okay.
The Nord room.
All right, go ahead and...
Okay.
All right, so what I have found is just I Googled 2023 home decor trending palettes or 2023 trending color palettes, and it's pulled up a lot of different houses and how they're decorated. And what I'm going to do is find one that I like and then source inspiration for the design that I've created to make sure that I'm being cohesive.
Canva has a way to align elements. Look under position. You can select multiple elements and align them.
Awesome.
I did not know that. Thank you for letting me know that.
I love this palette. This might be a fun one to experiment with, but I think this is the palette I want to go for this. And it's already kind of similar.
Yeah, a couple of the crescents are a little off. I think the dark brown needs to be and then
I'm gonna we'll grab the terracotta color from this pillow, maybe like right here. This palette is already so similar. Means that we were on the right track though, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's grab this gold, maybe from...
yeah, I guess that's fine. I would leave the cream that's already on there for the bottom element though, because it already kind of fits the bed sheets.
Okay.
The kind of cream color. I think we're good where we're at.
This one? You wanted to leave the same?
No, the bottom circle.
Oh, the bottom circle. Oh, okay. Maybe we could try to see... I'm just kind of hovering around different areas, trying to find some inspiration for my colors. Maybe try this lighter section of the wall.
Sunlit section. Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I dig that. That's a vibe. I don't know if I like the brown in the top crescent though.
Well,
the top half circle, it's not a crescent. Call it that.
Let me try grabbing from this picture. Let's try getting some of these kind of...
Go up a little bit. Yeah, get the lighter gold. That was a darker gold.
Oh. You said yeah.
Because you didn't.
How about right
here?
About,
no, yeah, you keep gravitating towards poop brown. I want gold.
Here?
Down.
Here?
Yeah, there.
Okay.
There you go. Lighter. Good.
There.
Good.
Very cool. And then, we could grab some of these greens. These colors, I think, all kind of look good together as well.
Yeah, somebody said need some green. I agree. I think kind of right in between there. That's going to be like an olive. No, that's perfect.
Yeah, I like that.
If I were going to do it myself, I would probably duplicate the plants with some opacity and make them just slightly darker and give them that like 3-dimensional like leaf with some like depth to them. Because nothing else on the picture has depth, and I think a little bit of depth would really help.
Yeah, this is the only element I don't care for.
No, I want it. Don't get rid of that. Yeah, it's the only thing that breaks up the monotony.
Okay.
We have something chaotic in the top. We need something chaotic in the bottom. As above, so below.
All right, so let's add another page.
Do it.
And just for fun, let's see if we can find some more inspiration on here.
That's just like cream and latte.
Yeah, I'm seeing like some driftwood.
That's not quite latte. It's like a plum latte.
It's like our daughter's room, her bedroom color. It's called Puppy Paw. Ooh, here's some great swatches.
Buzz color palettes.
Some bright, pretty colors. These are
I wish
fun.
I still had my bookmarks from before my computer crashed, because I had one where you can input a color and it would just give you a bunch of color palettes, and I lost that link. I'll never be able to find it again.
Here we go.
There you go.
This would be a great place to source some colors from.
Yeah, because we have the kind of pastel versions up top, and then we have the deep dark versions down below.
Yeah.
Sick.
Let me...
Are we going for boho again?
No, can you type in ocean.
Ocean. We got about 10 minutes till we need to start questions.
That's fine. Out of curiosity, I'm looking at this palette, and I don't necessarily want like a nautical theme, but my brain is gravitating towards something kind of oceany.
I don't like the ocean, so this one's all you.
And I don't quite know how to express what it is that I'm looking for.
Abby said made my first 2 sales this week. Congrats.
Let me see this.
Oh, heck, look at that. You got all the different ocean shapes.
Let me
All the different ocean shapes, as if it's not just random curves.
let me experiment here a bit. Let me get a dark blue, and then I'm gonna drop that to the back, and then I'm gonna grab a lighter shade of this blue, and then I'm gonna grab that and move it to the back. And then I'm gonna go a shade even lighter from this couch.
Said try the word coastal.
Coastal. Ooh, that could have given some good ideas.
You need the like seafoam white. You could probably go with this one right here. The sand color on top might be foamy enough.
I was looking at like incorporating in like a bit of chaos into this design.
Okay.
By like,
hey, no, go back to where you had it slightly off to the left because it matched the waves a little bit more. I guess it was.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. You could even go to the left a little bit if you wanted to, but I think it's good where it's at.
I'm going to kind of mirror our initial palette.
Okay. I see your vibe here.
Yeah. That is not.
No, that is not the color that we had there.
Where is it? It's like not.
It's not duplicating the color correctly.
All right, so you know what we'll do is we will grab the hex
That's really
code.
weird that it's doing that.
I got it. There we go.
It was very close.
And then I'm going to grab like...
My desktop tool is 100% accurate if you ever need it to be.
I'll grab that
enough.
color. And then I think I want to do like... Ooh, that's way too
too light. Way too light. Either it needs to be way brighter or way darker. Do something crazy. Make it look like the sky. Do like this like dark red down here. See if that looks cool. Yeah, there you go.
Ew, I don't like
All
that
right,
contrast.
1 second though.
I'm not a fan of that contrast.
I need to do something that's bugging me. Can I not move it down?
There we go. Okay.
Those lines being just oh so slightly separated was driving me nuts.
I'm actually thinking, I think that this color is a little too harsh.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe try the pink. No, it's a little too light. I think if you were to take that one and just darken it a little bit, I wish they had finer controls for their colors. That's actually not bad.
Let's nudge it a little bit. And then what I want to do is, can you type in, here, I got it. Let's try to find.
I actually had an idea that I think would kind of improve it a little bit.
Okay, let me. That's
All right.
interesting.
So if we were to take...
It kind of solidifies that it's the ocean, but it's also not the ocean.
And if we were to, that would take forever for me to do. I was going to say we could crop. This isn't even giving me the option to crop this one. We could crop it down to where we have this section duplicated and make it look like a sandy beach off in the distance. And put a little tree.
Okay. I kind of want it to be abstract. It's ocean. Yeah, it's ocean, but it's not ocean.
And it kind of looks like it's going off to the left in the distance.
Yeah. Okay.
Abstract.
All right. So if you want to go ahead and just shoot to our face real quick. One last thing that I want to show you guys is how to create some really cool mock-ups, super duper easy. But what we need to do is download all of these images. So we'll go ahead and...
You need the square.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And then you'll need to pop open the...
Good job showing off. Oh, those aren't your...
No, and it's...
And it's on not on the shared
Yeah.
screen. You're right.
Wake up.
Hey,
We do need
you
them...
wake up.
You wake up.
You wake up.
We need them out of the zip file.
We need them out of the zip file?
Yes, you need to basically upload them into Canva again as flat images so I can show them
Let's
show them how to
get rid of these incidentals, but just in case.
Yeah, just upload it for me.
It's a just in case.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel like we made 18 images.
Some of them were ones that I made already. All right.
I have put them in my
And
downloads here.
Now just going to upload on the left. There you go.
Uploads.
Upload
files.
Yep.
In my downloads.
And no, you guys are not supposed to be seeing what we're doing.
You are not. No.
We're just uploading the pictures that we just created.
Okay, so we want this one.
Just grab them all.
Oh, you want even the ones you did?
Yeah, just grab them all.
Okay, open.
Okay. All right, you can close that window now.
Doot.
And you can full screen.
Doot.
And you can full screen for them. Okay.
Excuse
So
me.
these are all of the designs that we just did, but I've re-uploaded them into
They're still uploading.
Yeah, I've re-uploaded them into our file so I can show you something that most of you probably know, but you know, I always consider that there are going to be people who are newer. I should have done them as PNGs.
They're done now.
That's okay. So what I'm going to do is experiment with some different mock-ups. So for example, if we wanted to print this design as we'll say like a print or a greeting card, we can go into edit image. We'll go into our smart mockups, see all. And what I like using smart mockups for isn't it, you can use them for your Etsy thumbnails, but what I like them for is to kind of give context to your designs, and it can help you as the creator to visualize your item as a real item, if that makes sense. So I'll go ahead and toss this one onto this smart mockup. That looks really nice. I really like that. That looks super duper nice.
No, that actually does look really good.
Let's go ahead and we'll grab the coffee design. I'll go back into smart mockups and I will put this on a mug. Let's put it on this one.
Sure. That's tea, but whatever.
That's fine. Maybe that's why he's melted. Super duper cute. You do need a Canva Pro membership to do this, but I think that it's worth it. All right, let's toss this one on a shirt. Let's do...
Yeah, I should have done transparent background for this one.
That's okay. Let's do this lady because she's got a cool pink background. I love it.
I actually like it exactly how it is, even though it would not print like that.
Oh, no. I messed with it before it finished loading. That's why.
You have a habit of doing that.
I know. Let's do it one more time. Smart mockups. If you mess with your Canva designs before they finished saving, they will get all funky. You have to watch up here where it says saving paused and wait until it doesn't say saving or saving paused.
There it goes.
In the meantime,
it's done.
Is it done?
Yes.
Okay. How cool is that? That's rad.
Obviously, this is not what the shirt would look like because they don't print like up on the collar like that.
You could do it in one of the all over prints.
Yeah.
It would print up that high if you did it as an all over print. But you can adjust it. So if you wanted it to look more true to how it would print, like you said, we can grab it again. And we'll use hers again. Where's she at? There she is. Let it load in. And then we click again. Custom.
There you go. That's perfect. Exactly how it is.
There we go. And then it'll be more true to where it would be if you were using a service like Printify or Printful.
It's rad vibes.
Rad vibes.
Though I think she said, or is it that bad vibes? Bad vibes too.
Dad vibes.
Dad vibes.
Chad vibes.
Chad, I don't know about that.
Thad vibes.
Thad vibes. Yeah.
Vlad vibes.
Thad is like a Chad, but without the abs. That's a rhyme.
Yeah. Let's do one more. We're
30 minutes out, so we need time for questions too.
Let's do a mock-up poster. Look at that. Would you?
That ended up looking really cool. I'd buy that.
Would you look at that amazing,
Cool fella.
That cool little fella, that cool little guy.
That one would be good with any of the designs we made today. Throw my hamster in there.
You want the hamster?
Throw my hamster in there. Can do the same.
You want it?
Let's see. Let's look through and let's. Look
you pick. You pick for your hamster.
Let's find us a mock-up. Let's find us a mock-up.
You might have to adjust it. Yeah.
Where was that?
Click it again over on poster 3.
Got it.
There you go. Custom.
What? That did nothing. There we go.
We should have done them as PNGs.
Messed it up. That's okay. Yeah, we should have done them as PNGs.
I mean, they are PNGs. They just don't have transparent backgrounds.
Art.
But this is a cool way once you've actually come up with your designs. You can add these to your Etsy shop, but honestly, I really like just being able to see my design in context to decide for myself if my design is good enough. And it's just a quick way to kind of take the design that you've already created and toss it into, a hypothetical product. And obviously you can mock things up in Printful and Printify to see how they would look. But if you're already working in Canva, I think that it's just as fast to pop those designs back into Canva and play around with the smart mockups. But we can go ahead and
back to full screen.
Back to full screen. Feel free to ask us anything, guys. I know a couple of you had some questions.
Yeah, go ahead. Feel free to toss your questions in. They don't have to be related to the topic, though it does help.
For those who missed the beginning, this was my birthday stream. That's why it was a little bit weird. We wanted to do something fun.
Yeah, and so for you angries in the comments, we know.
We wanted to do something fun. We wanted to do something that was a little silly. Because we usually do something silly for my birthday stream. So, but I hope that it gave you some ideas. I hope that, by watching how I create things, when I find little designs or little graphics that I like, I will pull them all into my Canva and, set them aside and, start little projects that I won't finish because I know that my brain is going to move in a million directions. So I give myself just enough so I remember what design I was thinking of, and then I go ahead and I continue what I was making to begin with.
Michelle said, how would you save those as a PNG with transparent background? You select PNG as the output, and you click the little box that says transparent background.
Yeah, when you download them, it'll say download with a transparent background. So
you have all the options there on the outputs.
Yes, so when you click download, just select it as PNG, and then there will be a checkbox where you can check to do it with a transparent background, which is great, especially if you do like the printed stickers, whether that be for Redbubble, for I know that Printful and Printify both have them. It's a great way to make sure that your stickers are cut correctly as well if you use a printing company for your stickers.
Is it a good idea to launch a new Etsy store before summer? Will slow traffic affect quality score, and will the store fail?
You can't sell if you're not open.
Yeah. You can't sell what's not in your shop.
Yeah. There is no right time to launch a store.
Nope.
Launch your store. It's not going to negatively affect you. You'll be fine. And the thing is, regardless, you're starting from zero. You don't have a listing quality score. You're starting from a neutral standpoint. Etsy's going to boost those listings a little bit in search and make sure that they're being shown to the right people. Showed. Less traffic on Etsy does not mean no traffic on Etsy. There are still millions of shoppers on Etsy at any given point in the year. So don't be too afraid. You're not going to see holiday level sales. However, if you wait until right before the holiday season, you won't have accumulated any listing quality scores regardless, and you're likely not going to be ranking very high in search. So I would rather see shops start in the summer, to be perfectly honest.
Yep. Forgot we were answering questions. I'm sleepy.
And Linda had said, I feel like you're talking to me. Linda, you were one of the reasons why I did this stream. I did want you to know that, because I know you were struggling with it. Do you still have my Canva up? Can we pop it open? You don't even need to close the chat. You don't, just screen share this. One thing that I want to talk to you guys about real quick that I forgot to mention, a lot of you will post designs that you've created, but there is a really, really key detail that a lot of you miss. And, you know, when you're not a graphic designer, which I am not, it's not something that's going to come natural to you. But make sure that when you are combining elements together, you are making sure that the style is the same. For example, this design, let me ungroup him. I found a skull that was in the same style as this little dinosaur. However, can you type in skull? If I would have done this.
I don't know. That still kind of fits.
No, they don't match because this has an outline. It's not in the same style. These, I purposefully found a coffee mug that had kind of a cartoony look to go with this little cartoony alien, and it has an outline. I kept everything the same. The font, I made sure that I used kind of a textured font here because everything here looks kind of textured and hand-drawn. These are nice, clean, very crisp lines. So I made sure that the cat and the box, which these are two separate elements, I made sure that all of these elements were very, very similar. And I made sure that my little ghosty guy's cloak was the same color as the little star coming off of the cat.
Cohesiveness is
exactly. This one actually, when I designed it, this cat paw did not have a black outline. I don't know why it added it. But this one looked really, really cool when I did it. So just make sure that when you're actually designing your products, you're keeping the styles the same. With this one, the Rendering Silence shirt, they're both very hand-drawn, and even the heart is a little too, the lines are thicker than the snakes.
It's a little much, yeah.
But I think that it works. Just make sure that you're being very mindful of the styles that you're combining, because otherwise things look very out of place and they look like clip art as opposed to something that looks like it was an intentionally like styled design. So that's my explanation as somebody who isn't a designer, who just likes designing things. But yeah, it's a really common mistake that I see with people who do print on demand and are utilizing, you know, elements to create their products.
Oh. What's your favorite platform to upload bulk to Printify?
I have never done that, and I didn't know that that was even a possibility. I didn't even know it was a possibility, and I just talked to Printify yesterday in a meeting.
We'll ask them.
Yeah, that would be a good question for the Printify.
What platform do you guys prefer people bulk upload to your website with?
Is that
possible?
Are there tools that do that? If there are tools that do that, you will be able to ask about them in the Printify POD Rockstars group on Facebook. That is their official group, and I love it. I love it.
Go check it out.
Yes.
Hey there, I'm just starting out. What's your best video for creating product listings? Thanks.
I don't have any videos that walk you through the step-by-step of creating listings because it's self-explanatory. Etsy walks you through the entire process. However, I do highly recommend, because SEO, search engine optimization, is the most important part of creating your listings. And it's, you know, the tags, the titles, the attributes that you fill out. That's the main bulk of creating a listing. And it's the part that is the most confusing and that sellers mess up the most. If you want a step-by-step on how to do that, down below, my free Etsy SE Oodles toolbox, there's a little ramen emoji. Go get that. It's free. It's got multiple videos that are going to tell you, first of all, how Etsy's algorithm works, but then how to keyword optimize your listings, how to make sure that your SEO is working. And that's going to basically just teach you how to do your tags and titles. That's the most important part. For other essential parts of your listing, like your photos, I have specific videos on those. I have a video just on photos. I think it's called So Your Product Photography Sucks or something like that. I don't have a how to list an item on Etsy video, but every single component of listing an item, I have separate videos for. So feel free to browse around a little bit, but the SEO one is the most important.
When pricing in the top 10%, can you show an example? Because on some products, excuse me, for example, on the bar graph in ERank, it can go from $200 and then jumps to $500. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
The thing is, if they're jumping around all over the place, then you're looking at random people. The top 10% would be...
No.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and...
Kitty rank open first, and then I'll go ahead.
It's up. Okay.
There we go.
There we go. So let's just type in... We'll go to the keyword tool. Type in cat mug. Okay. Give it a minute to think. Thinking. We have a lot of people who have complained about ERank being slow, but you have to consider...
It's also busy time right now, too.
Consider how much data that we have to pull. It takes a while. There we go. Now what we want to do to see pricing is we want to scroll all the way down to common price points. So when we're looking for the top 10% of your industry, what we want to kind of look at are these higher graphs and see around the price range that some of these higher graphs are sitting around. So we've got 9 listings, 11 listings at $16.
You're going to be looking
14
for
at $17.
You're going to be looking for the mid-high averages, so somewhere between here and here.
Yeah. So I would say between $16 and $17 is the average price. But then you can also kind of scroll down, and if you want to be higher, if you say, I can't make money on that, you just go...
Understandable.
Right. Go to the next highest. Okay. How does $19 sound? $19, that sounds a little bit more realistic. And look at how much it drops when we hit $20. So it looks like most people who price around this range...
15 to 20 bucks is what it looks like is the average.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, and it's totally fine to experiment. You can also scroll down and start looking at the prices based on some of the top performing listings or top ranking listings for the term mug. So we can see price points, $27, $15.99. So this one's kind of an anomaly.
Yeah. Here's the thing when it comes to this kind of stuff. Here, we can go ahead and switch back.
Okay.
When it comes to taking advice, remember that when we're speaking of things, we're talking from a generalized point of view. Every single industry, every single product, every single style of product, every country is going to have its own specifics. They're all going to be around the general advice that we give, but you're going to have to adapt it to you. So for you, top 10%, you might need to top in the top 1%, maybe top 20%. It just depends on what industry you're in, how things are selling, the state of the economy of the specific thing that you're selling. Is it an in-demand item? Is it not an in-demand item? Is it on sale everywhere? Like, there are a lot of factors that you need to take into consideration when pricing your product. So
yeah,
don't take things specifically literally all the time when it comes to advice. Take from multiple sources and try to piece together the best things for you. And
then experiment. And if it doesn't work, you can always change your pricing.
Exactly.
It's not going to hurt.
It doesn't affect your ranking at all.
Exactly.
Does it damage your Etsy ranking if you design and list a product too far out? Does the lack of traction hurt its ranking? I hope this makes sense.
No. I know what you mean. If you, for example, you said too far out, if you were creating, we'll say like a Christmas item and then you launched it in February, would it hurt its ranking? It's not going to hurt its ranking. It's not going to help its ranking.
It's not going to help it. It ain't going to hurt it. No.
It's just going to sit there. The things that hurt your ranking, that are actually going to harm your ranking, are bad reviews, cases against your shop, and signals to Etsy that things aren't great. Otherwise, it's just going to sit dormant, as with, you know, if everybody has Christmas items listed in February, nobody's going to be making sales because people aren't searching for Christmas items. So it's just going to kind of sit. It's important to list ahead of the spike because you do need to make sure that your listings are there and ready to go when the interest first happens, because those initial clicks that when people start making those searches are going to be very, very important for how your listing gains traction. But listing early, you know, it's not going to hurt you. It's just not going to help you. But I would rather have my listings ready to go before a popular season. That way I know that when people start taking interest in certain topics or seasons or holidays, I am one of the first items that is already going to be generated on that page. So I hope that makes sense.
On ERank, how do you get to the POD area you've shown before? Do you have a certain type of account to see it?
Go ahead and screen share again. All right, for POD, you go into trends, you go into monthly trends. You do have to have a paid account to be able to see it. And then you scroll down to POD on monthly trends, so you could see the top hoodies. And there you go. There's the top, look, mushroom hoodie, dog hoodie, oversized hoodie. Don't do Nike hoodies. You'll get in trouble. Couples hoodies. But yeah.
They might be doing Nike brand hoodies because you can get, just like Champion, you can get Nike brand hoodies.
I don't think Nike license. I don't think that they license.
You might be right. Yeah. I actually don't know.
Champion does. You can do Champion.
Multi-niche store, question mark. I do all shirts and tote bags. Example, adding bachelorette shirts to my evergreen and holiday items. Bad idea.
How you do all, you are a multi-niche store already. How are you doing? Are you
multi-niche working for you? If not, then it might be time to niche down. If it's working for you, then the answer is yes.
Martin and I from Printify, we had a long talk about it yesterday. And he agreed that print-on-demand shops that are niched down do significantly better than shops that try to sell to everybody and put as many designs in as possible. And Martin, I mean, he works for Printify, and he says that niches are very important. It's part of the reason why I'm doing a webinar for them about defining your brand and having niches, because they want to express to their sellers that this is important. You need to be doing this. So yeah, there are shops that are successful selling a little bit of everything.
But I think a lot of that has to do with their advertising, their clever use of SEO, and their overall presence. I don't think it's the products themselves.
Well, and a lot of them, they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, a lot of them have been doing it. But honestly, a lot of the multi-niche stores really do work, but I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that the products are great or anything in particular. I think they're just good at advertising. I think they're on Instagram. I think they're on TikTok. I think they're on Facebook, and they're interacting with their audiences. At the end of the day, you can get a lot done without ever doing SEO. I mean, most of the products that sell on other people's websites, you're not attracting people to your website based on your website's SEO. It's offsite advertising, right? So you can do the same thing with your Etsy store. The SEO just helps with organic traffic. It helps with getting people to your shop, especially if you're in a saturated niche. If somebody searches for something specific within a niche, you're more likely to show up if your SEO is good. And if you're in a really saturated niche and someone searches for you specifically, they might end up getting somebody else if your SEO sucks. So SEO helps. But again, if you're multi-niche, it's mostly offsite advertising that's going to help you the most.
Absolutely. And hey, guys, real quick, I forgot to mention that we are doing a charity today. We should have mentioned it at the beginning.
We should have. It's for the same organization that Save the Children. They helped out with the Ukraine crisis and still actively help out with them. And this one's raising wow, I can't talk today. Raising money for the children in Turkey and Syria due to the result of the earthquakes that have killed so many people.
Yes.
So please donate if you have the extra money to donate. None of that money goes to us. It goes directly to the foundation. Yes,
we are at $136 so far. So thank you to everybody who's donated so far. That is including last week's live stream. We're going to keep doing this one for a while. So please consider donating.
And we'll get to as many questions as we can. We usually cut off at 1:30. This was kind of a long topic this week. So if we don't get to your question this week, feel free to join us next week, and we'll probably have a topic that's a little bit shorter. Yeah. This was a birthday one. It was supposed to be a fun kind of long stream.
I'm ready for my weekend off, guys.
Me too.
It's been a long week. I've been planning for that webinar.
Kerbal Space Program 2 came out today, so I'm about to dork out all night. All right. Multi-niche store.
You already read that.
Did. Yep, sure did. I'm planning on starting a mailing list. However, I'm lost on what to send and how often. Do I need separate email address for my business or MailChimp? We'll get this sorted, question mark.
Okay, so that's a big question. A couple things. First of all, I don't teach a whole lot on mailing lists here on my channel because there are a lot of legalities that come from setting up your mailing list and making sure that you're keeping people's data safe. The only place that I actually exclusively teach MailChimp material is in Handmade Alpha Academy, which will be opening on June 14th. That's my coaching program. Link for the waiting list is down below. But to briefly answer your question, do you need to have a separate email address for your business? MailChimp recommends that you have a domain email address. So that does not mean that you need to have a website. I just bought a domain yesterday for $12. You just need to buy the .com associated with your business. That is not owning a website. That is just owning the claim to be able to create the website. You own the .com. So an example of a domain email would be my email address, starla@handmadealphaacademy.com. Or if your, business is called Happy Slappy Mugs, it could be
Slappy Mugs.
It could be Isabella@happyslappymugs.com. That's a domain email address. They're very cheap. I recommend Google domains. They're $12.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
$12 a year for your domain, depending on, if it's a crazy high like demand domain, it'll be a little bit more expensive.
And the less letters in your domain, usually the higher the price too.
Yes. So buy your domain, and then they will ask you if you would like to add email service. It's usually about $5 a month, super duper cheap. Then you get your nice professional domain email inbox. And basically, when you use that email address to send your emails through MailChimp, they are actually going to land in your subscribers' inbox rather than in their spam and promotions folders. So it just helps other inboxes like Gmail and Yahoo and all these. It helps them to identify you as a reliable source to receive that mail rather than just spam.
Yeah, and once you're all verified in, you're almost guaranteed to never go to spam unless you put spammy things in your emails. MailChimp has partnerships with all the major companies. They told me that directly.
Yes.
One of their reps told me that directly. So.
And what to send and how often, that's something that I teach in Handmade Alpha Academy. There's no real way for me to quickly tell you what to send and how often. If you're having sales, if you're launching new products, if you want to showcase products, those are
that opens in June.
Yeah, those are all reasons to send out emails. You guys, if you're on my email list, which any of the freebies down below that you sign up for will put you on it, I let you know when I've got new videos on Tuesday and what they're about.
We don't spam you.
Yeah.
We only give you when we release something or when we have something specific to say. We don't sell something all year. So
Fridays, I give you guys an email about the Friday bean so you don't miss it. And then, sometimes I send you emails if there's like a big news or announcement, or if I create a free toolbox, I'll send that to you. So when there's something important to share, frequency is up to you, though.
All right. There's some rumors that Etsy doesn't share their info with any SEO programs. You know any of that? I'm just don't know what to believe anymore. They do not. No. Etsy does not directly share their SEO. We do not get
the SEO is not the word that you're looking for.
No, it's their keywords is what you're looking for. Search engine keywords.
Right, keywords. So the words that somebody types into the Etsy search bar.
Those are keywords.
If any Etsy SEO tool says that they get their data from Etsy in terms of their keyword data, they're lying because Etsy does not give that data. Tools like ERank buy that data third party from reliable sources whose job it is to provide that data through data panels. So we're talking about millions and millions and millions of people who have allowed these data companies to utilize their data, the things that they're searching for.
You guys use the Honey app? That's one of them.
There you go.
That's how do you think Honey makes their money? They sell data.
Yeah.
That's anything like that browser extensions, probably every browser extension that you use that's verified is keeping track of what you're saying. If you're on a Microsoft computer, if you have a smartphone, everything you type into your smartphone is cataloged by Google and sold to the highest bidder.
And it's not you on a tiny personal level.
No, it's macro, not micro.
Yeah, nobody's looking right at you. You are just pulled into a big group of other people who search for that thing. But my main point being is that ERank is such a large company that we buy data in such large quantities from ethical sources where people have opted in to have that data, utilized. That's one thing that we pride ourselves on at ERank.
I want to correct, we're really not a large company. It's very small, actually.
No, but I'm saying the money that we spend on data is
perspective,
right. However, we will frequently say that some tools use Etsy's API.
Yes, which is not the same thing as getting data directly from Etsy.
Exactly. Keyword data is purchased. Etsy API data is available to anyone. You can go right now.
You can do it.
You can
I mean, I think you have to be approved. I think they don't just give it to anyone. I think you have to be approved by Etsy. But
you can go and access Etsy's public API and be able to identify things like, for example, our rank checker on ERank. That is where listings rank in search minus individual, an individual person's personalization layer. That's public from Etsy's API.
Yeah.
So that's something that comes directly from Etsy.
Yeah.
ERank utilizes both. We utilize things that are third party, Etsy approved. We are in Etsy integration. You can find us right on Etsy. If you go into your integrations tab, ERank's there.
ERank's there.
Alongside data that we get direct from Etsy's API and Google Analytics now as well. We can also tie that in. So we're getting lots and lots of data sources. But there is no tool that has keyword data directly from Etsy. You have to be really careful because there are people who say that they have it.
It's not, they don't give it away. And if they do have it, they hacked it and they're breaking the law. So,
which I don't think that,
I don't think you could do that. I don't think Etsy sells their data off.
Exactly.
I knew they were watching me. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of scary, but everything you say, everything you do, everywhere that involves the internet in any capacity is being cataloged and sold to the highest bidder. That's why they can say, okay, well, you're a mid woman in her early 30s living in Ohio who frequently watches goofy cartoons and buys coffee and buys these things. And then you scroll on Facebook and you're like, wow, I was just thinking of buying this product. It can't read your mind. It just knows that you are not that much of an individual and you are very like this group of people. They have all these macro stats. They can combine them together and say, okay, well, this exact kind of person I've profiled. Here's the things to recommend. And there's like a 90% chance that they're right.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of that crazy government conspiracy thing. That's not really a conspiracy. That's just the truth.
It's true. I mean,
it's a fact. You can, they don't even deny it. It's just a thing that they do. Even your smart TV, what you watch gets cataloged and sold off. Anyway, do we think small crochet pumpkins would sell even though it's not fall?
I can't tell you.
I can't tell you.
I can't tell you.
I know there's people putting pumpkins on their porch, but that's their own niche.
I can't tell you
that here.
All your test experiment test.
Let's see. Also, I want to design Canva templates, social media forms, but I also want to do physical POM. Oh, okay. So that was a continuation of this. I want to sell Canva design templates, social media and business forms, but I also want to do physical print-on-demand products. Any suggestions?
List them both.
There's
no suggestions. You don't need my approval. You can do that. List them both.
Are you guys seeing all the articles about Etsy and counterfeit goods? People in other groups are very doom and gloom. Okay, yes.
Let me start.
You start.
Let me start by saying that I got an email from a guy asking me to sit in a 2-hour meeting with him to talk about that.
And we kind of pooped on him a little bit because we get so many emails.
I get so many emails. I told him I don't have time for a 2-hour call, buddy. I'm sorry. Here are the facts about the Etsy counterfeit goods thing.
And he didn't email us back.
I said Etsy's a marketplace. And
it happens.
I said that just like the occasional citizen is going to speed or break traffic laws, the occasional Etsy seller is going to sell something that they shouldn't be selling. And there is no algorithm that is going to be able to identify. Now, though
people suck. That's just how it is.
They could, in theory, start filtering keywords and making sure that people aren't using those keywords, but people would still just use terms like instead of Disney, they would say Mouseland sweatshirt, they would find ways around it. But my point to him was that I am not an employee of Etsy. I do not feel that I could contribute any value to your call. Here is what I know about Etsy's policies. Here is what I have experienced in the past with other sellers. Here are 2 videos that I have created already talking about this. Thanks for talking, blah, blah, blah.
And you want to know who it was? You want to know who it was? Tell him who it was.
It was the CEO of Citron, the guy who wrote that entire article to begin with, and I was really rude to him.
Yeah, we didn't know that right off the bat because, Citron Research, whatever, that's hot in the news, but nobody talks about the guy that's actually owns the company. Yeah, it was that guy. I was
really shitty to him. He wanted to sit in a 2-hour call with me. This guy is all over the news right now.
We had no idea.
Yeah, because
check your sources, guys. Check like when you're looking at things.
So if if an article is written about me and what a terrible person I am,
that's why.
I wasn't mean. I wasn't mean.
No, you weren't mean. You were factual.
I was factual and short, and I told him that I didn't have time to sit in a 2-hour call because I just thought he was a random Joe who wanted to poop on Etsy.
So we're officially like D-list celebs, yo. We have this like super ultra rich guy emailing us to tell us how stupid we are for selling on Etsy. But I to actually talk on your point with the counterfeit goods, here's not so hot take, probably normal take. It happens everywhere on the internet. Amazon is rampant with counterfeit goods.
Oh, yeah.
eBay is the platform literally known for selling counterfeit goods. StockX is a website literally designed to sell counterfeit goods. I mean, it was meant to sell like expensive shoes, but it's mostly people selling fake Jordans, right? Everybody was freaking out about it. And what did I say during the last live stream? Everything's going to return back to normal. The stock prices aren't even at their lowest. That was a complete falsity. I don't know how the news stations were able to say that it was Etsy's all-time low. They didn't even drop below what they were at beginning of last year. Look at Google.
You can look this stuff up yourself.
Yeah, Google Etsy stock and then extend it out to 5 years and look what happens. Every time that decision is made, and then it goes back up, and then it goes back up. And what's happening? Etsy stock is already where it was, like, I think it's where it was at the beginning of the year before they made the announcement, if not getting close to it. It's fine. It's just someone who's big in the financial industry making a statement about something they have no idea what they're talking about, and it happens all the time.
And here's what I got crappy with him about, okay? He made it seem like Etsy is a company who produces products. And I said,
that's not how they are.
Etsy is a marketplace. Because honestly, what ticks me off about this guy, and why I was, even after I realized who he was, I didn't like go back and apologize to him. What ticks me off is that I've already seen a lot of people talk smack about Etsy, which makes Etsy look bad, but that also hurts the little sellers, because the people who don't sell on Etsy, they just think, oh, everything on Etsy is counterfeit. Everything on Etsy is bad. Etsy's just a scam site.
That's not how it is. Etsy helps so many people.
Exactly. And Etsy doesn't always make the best decisions. And believe me, there are plenty of things I hate about Etsy as much as I talk good about it. I'm not just, a lot of people have called me like an Etsy bootlicker in the past.
We're not. I think a lot of the things that they do are stupid. I think their ads policy is asinine.
But at the same time, we build Etsy. We are the sellers. We build Etsy. And to blanket statement Etsy as if it is a mass-produced, company that creates goods and ships them themselves, it hurts the little guys who are doing what they should be doing.
It hurt a lot of people. Look at what it did to their stocks overnight. I mean, they dropped like $11, something like that. Like you're forcing Etsy to make decisions when you do things like that are going to hurt the small people. What you do not want, as much as a lot of people think, what you do not want is regulation in a publicly traded company. You don't want that to happen. You don't want the stockholders to say, this is what we want. We're holding your company hostage. If you don't get it, the company goes bankrupt. That's not what you want from Etsy. You do not want Etsy saying, these are the guidelines. We're going to start looking at every single thing that's posted on our website, because then things are just going to turn to crap, and you don't want that. So don't get me all spicy. Take things that people like that say with a grain of salt, and don't go with the media over what's the term for that? Over drama,
sensationalizing.
Yeah, over sensationalizing everything, over dramatizing. I don't know the word. Don't take it to heart when you see something on the media where it's like Etsy, just grain of salt, huge grain of salt, like a rock of salt.
Yeah, and somebody had asked, what's the channel for Printify? It's just Printify. The link to that, if you guys are wanting to join the webinar that's taking place on March 9th, I'm presenting my Brand Planet webinar. That is my most popular webinar. I've actually presented it at multiple public speaking events. That is down below. So feel free to join on that on March 9th. It'll be at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll be sending emails about it. I know that Martin said they're going to be providing prizes on their side. I think that they do like Printify premium 30-day, like gifts and things. So just feel free to hang out at that. Even if you don't do print on demand, the webinar that I'm presenting is universal to any business, even if you're not selling on Etsy.
Yeah. And also somebody had brought up the Section 230 thing. I think while we're on the topic, I think it might be smart to mention that. Because I mean, we literally might not be able to talk to you anymore if it happens. So if you guys haven't been paying attention, there's a Section 230, which essentially says that internet service providers, websites, and content platforms are not responsible for what their users say on their platform, which in and of itself is a good thing. I know that's kind of sounds weird, but as of right now, as long as websites of a certain size are doing everything that they can to limit bad things from happening on their websites, they are not held responsible for what's said. So when the creepy basement dweller goes off and says some like really weird off collar joke, the website can't be sued for what's said. That's how it is right now, and that's how it should be. As of right now, that's on the chopping block. Their gist of it, basically, terrorist attack happened. Family who had a victim of the terrorist attack is suing and saying that, I think it was it Facebook or Google? I can't remember the exact company. They're saying that that platform is responsible because they actively put that content in front of the person that led to that person committing a terrorist attack. Now, if that happens, that means that everything that's said, posted everywhere online will have to be curated by the websites that you post them on. And that will be all websites: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Etsy. Imagine tomorrow you wake up and Etsy has to curate everything that you type on their website, everything that you post. Facebook has to curate everything that you say. And it can't be an AI, because AI is clearly, I mean, YouTube does it, not very good at what it does, at least yet. So if you guys aren't paying attention to that yet, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you pay attention to it, because if it goes down that road, this is one of those things where like petitions and peaceful protests and things like that are really going to matter, because the whole internet is at stake with this. The whole internet, not just your social media or your Etsy shop, everything. They say that's exhaustive censorship. Yeah, it is. And that's kind of the problem. You shouldn't be allowed to say whatever you want on the internet and not be held responsible for it. That's understandable. If you go off and you say some crazy terrorist stuff, people should be allowed to remove you from their platform. But if you say that stuff and somebody takes it seriously and goes and hurts somebody, the company that didn't catch it in time also shouldn't be held responsible if they have, I mean, look at Twitter. Billions of users. There is no way they could hire enough people and still make enough money to stay afloat if they had to curate that much content. It is impossible. So they're doing their best, and they could be doing better. I'll agree, but it takes time. Things are a curve with technology. AI is still new.
And in terms of Etsy, this would mean that when we talk about search engine optimization, that wouldn't exist anymore. That would be gone.
It would literally be gone, because that's the reason. I think it was YouTube. Yeah. It was Google that's getting sued because YouTube put up, somebody put up a video for ISIS, and it ended up, because YouTube uses algorithms to recommend that content to you. That's their argument, is that YouTube is recommending this content, even though it breaks their terms and conditions, even though it's not like somebody sitting there manually recommending it to you. They're trying to say that YouTube is responsible for that content getting put in front of your face because it hasn't done its due diligence to keep that content from being presented to you. So anyway, I don't want to get off. This turns super political super fast, and that's where we try to stay neutral here, but definitely pay attention to it. Just if you Google Section 230 Supreme Court, it's currently in the Supreme Court. They're deliberating it now. This could be tomorrow.
Here's the issue, is that the people who are voting on this are not active internet users.
They're not. The people that are in the Supreme Court, and this is not to be ageist at all, they didn't grow up with the internet. They're people that adopted internet when they were already like past 50, 60 years old.
Right. And they're not sitting on social media all day, you know, and that's the issue, is that it sounds good when it's framed as, oh, this will stop terrorism. Okay.
It will not.
That sounds good when you frame it that way. But when you actually dive into what is going to happen,
it's bad. The whole of the internet would have to basically disappear until we figured out a way to moderate it better.
There is no foundation. There's no infrastructure to make the internet work that way.
Yeah.
So the internet would go away and
Yeah.
websites would go away.
Fern said Legal Eagle has a video explaining. I posted it a couple of weeks ago. I think it's just legal. Eagle.
No space.
No spaces. If you just Google Legal Eagle, it'll pop up. He has it's section 230. I think it's titled something like "This Could Be the End of the Internet." It's a very good video explaining it. I highly recommend. We're not going to post it down below for you. Those they get angry at us for not posting those. Just if you just search on YouTube for Legal Eagle.
Legal Eagle.
Yeah. But we love you guys. We'll go ahead and cut it there. I hate to end on a bad note. She's turning 31 and hates it. We're gonna have a good weekend this weekend. Go to the arcade. I appreciate you guys hanging out. It was a good live stream. Good happy stuff. Think happy thoughts. Again, if you're in the Northwest, please try to stay warm. If you're in the Southeast, go swimming.
Cool.
Go swimming for us. Have fun in your bikinis. Like
bikinis. Winter bikinis.
Okay, but stay tuned. Next Tuesday we'll have a new video.
Butts are in bikinis.
Huh?
Butts are in bikinis.
Butts are in bikinis.
My birthday's Tuesday, and that video is going to cover 3 tips to stand out in saturated niches.
And then come hang out with us. I know there were a lot of questions that didn't get answered. We love you guys. So come hang out next Friday or join the Facebook group. That's down here. Join the ERank stream next Thursday.
Yeah.
You can ask questions there. The channel's just called ERank. It's not hard to find. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys. We're going to wait for a little while. Goodbye.
Look at Bubber's asleep. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bubbers. Bubby man.
Bubber man.
Bubby man.
Say yawn. Give him a yawn, Bubbers. Do it.
No.
He said no. I'm not going to do it. Bye, guys.